So I ruffled some feathers yesterday when I mentioned that in my experience, one does not need vocal rest if they are singing well. In my inbox was a buzz, including with messages from some vocal coach friends of mine. So you're saying, well, we don't even need sleep. We don't even need to go to sleep at night. That's human rest, my friend. We do need rest as in a human being. So you do need your 6 to 8, 9 hours of sleep that you need as a human. Yes. That's not vocal rest though. Vocal rest in real life typically refers to people saying, okay, I did a 2-hour set, 3-hour set, now I'm not gonna talk. If I'm not singing, I dare not speak. As someone who works with professional singers in real life and has done so for 25 years, when people say vocal rest, they typically mean because I exercise my voice so much in this show, or because I'm on a tour, I need to save my voice. So I did a big show yesterday, so I'm not gonna talk for the next 2-3 days. Or because I know I have to sing tonight, I'm not gonna use my voice. I'm saving my voice. I'm gonna walk around with a pad and I'm gonna write my stuff down. That's vocal rest. That's what I'm referring to. I don't think you need to do that if you are well trained. I think if you're someone who finds yourself having to do vocal rest routinely, you're probably at a higher risk of injury. In my experience, people who often feel like I gotta rest, you're not using your voice well. And what many of my clients tell me is that once they come to me, for the first time ever, they can enjoy being on tour because they don't have to live like a monk. They feel like, oh, I can actually talk, I can laugh. I don't have to be afraid to cry. I don't have to be afraid to be social because it doesn't mean that I'm gonna demolish my voice. So, times when you need vocal rest. If you're initially recovering from a vocal injury, yes, you need rest. But the fact that you're recovering from a vocal injury would suggest that maybe your technique is not all that great. So yes, you need to rest and then get better training. If you are grossly fatigued to where you can barely stay awake, yes, you need to rest. But that's not vocal rest, that's human rest. Two places I think singers go wrong. For one, from a place of pure ego, and it is ego, make no mistake, you've got to face this in order to actually heal, you want to run away from reality. So what I hear a lot when people come to me for the first time, referred to me by doctors, is, oh, Eric, I know my technique is perfect, just randomly I'm getting hemorrhages and nodules. So I don't know what you could do, I mean, my technique is perfect. Your technique is not perfect, Janice. I just pulled that name out of thin air. That's not actually directed at Janice. Your technique is not perfect. That's ego. You're more in love with the idea of being perfect than you are in love with the idea of actually possibly attaining that perfection in real life. Because step one involves acknowledging the reality that there is room to grow. Just because you sound good does not mean that you are singing healthily, full stop. I'm going to repeat that because I know some of you didn't hear it. Just because you sound good, which is subjective, does not mean that you objectively are singing in a way that is healthy. Your cords may be irritated, you may have nodules, you may have polyps, etc. In my experience, overuse is not a thing, there is only misuse. And part of the paradigm, the Western scientific paradigm, is that your voice is just this. And I think this is where we go wrong. Most of you, if you're in the world of vocal pedagogy, you want so badly to believe that your voice is just your larynx. And that's why you struggle and that's why you suffer. Because even though reality keeps walloping you in the face, you're like, no, I believe. Okay, enjoy like struggling. But if you ever want to get like real help, I'd be glad to help you. One of the things is we have to connect to the body. This is where you will say, I connect to my body. I use my abs. You're a whole freaking person. You have a back, you have a butt, you have a pelvic floor. We can make these connections. So part of the reason why my approach is unique is because we integrate the whole human. You're a whole freaking person. You're not just vocal cords and abs. You're not just vocal cords and intercostals. You're a whole person. I can't go through the totality of my technique in this one video. But yeah, and also I make you prove it. Because you guys love to come to me from Juilliard, Carnegie Mellon, Cincinnati Conservatory. Like, my technique is perfect. Okay, prove it. I hand you I say, this is support. And I say, now your turn. And I hand you your own, I wouldn't hand you mine. And you do this, and the ball won't move. Or it go, It's almost as if it's not perfect, maybe. So here's the thing, I want to say this again. Just because you sound good does not mean that you are singing healthily. Okay? And that's okay. It doesn't negate everything you've ever learned. It doesn't make you a horrible person. It doesn't make you unworthy. It just means you got something else to learn. Imagine. So, what my clients typically find is that when they learn to connect to the entirety of the body, down to your freaking feet, up to your scalp, when they learn what it means to connect the voice to the entire body in a way that is reflexive and intuitive and natural, they go, holy crap. They don't say crap, they say other stuff, but I'm not trying to get demonetized. They say, holy bleep, this is magic. This is witchcraft. They literally leave these comments, this is witchcraft, this is magic. Because the human is magical, but if you've been taught that your voice is just here, then you're gonna have some struggle time. You're gonna have some struggle. And like I said, I don't need to debate it. I live in this very nice house because reality will come for you and you will call me or someone like me always. I will always have a job because there will always be those of you who have to learn the hard way. And you'll be referred to me by your doctor or by your manager or by a fellow singer when you notice that Cheryl is on tour with you and she's hitting all of her notes and laughing it up. And you can say, how are you doing? And she says, I work with Eric Arsenault. It just is what it is. I'm not even saying that I'm the only one who teaches this, but it's not commonly taught. I know that there are other coaches. Janice Chapman teaches like primal support. It's very similar to my approach. Now that I'm on the spot, I can't think of all the examples. But I know I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one who teaches this. But my point is, you should be able to you should be able to throw your voice around all the live long day. You should be able to throw your voice around all the live long day and keep your voice. I teach Monday through Saturday, 8 hours. I'm talking and singing. And you know, if you've been in a lesson with me, if you're belting, I'm belting with you. If you're screaming, I'm screaming with you. If you're riffing, I'm riffing with you. Maybe not the best, I'm not the best riffer, but the point is, I'm doing it with you. I'm not saving my voice. No. And even when I was a professional opera singer, even when I toured with the Dream Tour with Crystal Silva and Monty Wells, I never saved my voice. If your body connected for all your waking hours, healthy waking hours, you should be able to work that thing and be fine. And if you cannot, if a 2-hour set, a 3-hour set takes you out, you have work to do, even if you sound magnificent. I don't know how else to say it. But again, argue with your mama. If you'd like some actual help, I'm here and I'm happy to help you. I love helping people. But if you want to let your ego sabotage you, if you'd rather bleed from the throat and convince yourself that you're perfect and that mysteriously your body's just destroying itself, which is a very unscientific way to look at things. If you just want to believe that, you win, I guess. But if you'd like some actual help, I'm here.